Opening slide, graphic text title. Families Leading Change, Employment. With images of Greg Skinner, Julie and Ian Spence, Nada O'Dwyer, Jane Raymond, Justine Hall, Peter and Jackie Holmes. Logos belonging mattersandtalksthatmatter.net. Graphic text. The unemployment rate of people with developmental disabilities is very high. Often after leaving school, the only alternatives imagined are day programs and sheltered workplaces. Graphic text. We interviewed families who hold a vision for their son or daughter to have paid work in typical businesses and workplaces.
Deanne has a micro business, and what it is she creates art which is then produced onto various products like paintings, cushions, mugs and so on, and she sells those products to the community.
Cam turns 48 this year, and he's been working for 19 years for the same group in Warragul, a business hub called the Jeremiah Group. He's a receptionist there, working 3 days a week, part-time each.
My daughter Emily is 40 years old. She currently has 2 positions as an office assistant, one with a disability organisation and one with Women's Health.
So Harvey is my youngest son, and he's 25 years old, and he has several jobs under his belt. He works at 2 different sports aquatic centres, and he does jobs like helping out at reception, up at the gym and at pool deck. And he's also head honcho of his own business called Harvey's Ironman Service.
Mike works at the Keysborough Golf Club. He cleans the carts. Every week there's more. And he works in the pro shop, setting up, facing, all sorts of things. And he's a respected and valued member of their team.
When she left school, the only option we were given was that she could attend a day service. So she did that for 18 months and then refused to go.
So we felt really disillusioned because we were led to believe that there were options and jobs for Harvey, and we were also really disappointed because we knew that deep down Harvey wanted to find work and be like his brother and his mum and dad.
When he left school, we approached a disability job finding organisation. They found him 3 jobs that were absolutely crap. Didn't suit him at all. They were more interested in filling numbers rather than getting people into positions that were meaningful for them.
No, we weren't offered any inclusive employment. It was, it really didn't come up with the sort of programs that were available at the time.
So to help Brodie get employment, we really focused on where he was, what his interests were, where his strengths were, and then had a look around and directly contacted places that we thought would be suitable.
We, through his funding, paid for a coordinator to suss out through her network of friends and associates in Warragul somebody who was willing to give him a go.
Work is really important to Brodie because work is central to our identity and our value in society, and Brodie's no different than anyone else.
It's important for Deanne to work in a typical workplace because she feels much more included in her local community. She can socialise with those people. She's gained a lot more confidence by doing that and feels equal to everybody else around her.
It's important for Emily to have paid employment so that she has a valued role and she can afford to live in her own home.
He gets paid according to the legislated minimum wage, which is really fair, whereas if he worked in supported employment, his wage is determined by this assessment tool that grades his level of productivity, and it's just not fair.
Mainly it challenges him physically, mentally and socially, and that challenge has allowed him to reach the potential that we always knew he had.
Since Emily began paid employment, she has grown so much. She makes her own decisions. She's now part of a team and she's feeling a valued member of the workplace.
since starting employment or since starting his jobs, Harvey's a lot happier and he's more confident, and you can tell by the way he carries himself and he wears his logoed uniform that he's just so proud to be working.
He's a more confident person. He'll approach people and talk to them more readily than he used to. Also at home he shows initiative with doing jobs around the house, and we're very pleased about that because that will feed into the time when he lives away from home, which we hope is in the near future.
I think the main challenge that I faced as a parent in helping Brody with employment has been around thinking beyond just the first job that comes along and really thinking about him evolving as a person and having a career and having more ambition. In regards to employment equality for people with disabilities, it would be really helpful for us to start to lift our expectation of what's actually possible. Start to see people as capable and having value and having something really worthwhile that we as a community really need. And also, it's really important to remember that no one becomes work ready before they get a job. It's through having a job and working and the experience of working and the capacity that comes out of that we grow into work-ready people. That's the same for everybody.
My thoughts are that there should be much stronger resources out there for families to be able to utilise. I feel that a lot of the agencies, it's a numbers game, and it is just find something. They don't look at the strengths and the skills of that person and try and match it up with the business.
Well, I think it's really important. I think it changes the perception of people about people in the general society with people with disability. It gives a sense of value to those people, and it's something that they can do quite easily for the right job. It's not a drama, but they just need a head start.
I think that for businesses, what would be great for them to keep in mind is that diversity enhances the culture in a workplace. There's so much value that people bring beyond productivity and money that can make their business just flourish and thrive, be a great place to work.
Also, that a lot of people with disabilities have some really good skills to offer. It's just a matter of finding the right match and to give those people a chance. And what will happen usually is that the longevity of that role is much longer than a lot of other people.
I'll borrow Nike's logo and say, just do it. Because if you embrace equality, you can unlock the potential in people with disabilities, and they can bring so much value to your workplace. So give it a go. Yeah.
Yeah, I think all businesses, whether they be small, medium or large, need to think outside the square and give people, as they say in Australia, a fair go. They'll find, much to probably their surprise, that they have a hard-working, trustworthy, loyal employee. And that also will then rub off on the other employees in the business. Cameron's boss, that he's worked for 19 years, has made the comment more than once to us that Cameron lifts the morale of all the people working in that business up.
Yeah, so when he got his first job at Waves, we felt like we won jackpot in Tax Lotto, because we knew that Harvey would be really, really happy, and we knew how hard it was to get work.
Cam loves his work. He looks forward to going each day. I've never heard him complain or say, I'm going to take a sickie today. If he has had it the odd day, or if it is a genuine sickie. But he loves his work. He loves his boss, and he loves the people he works with, and it's reciprocated.
Well, Ian and I are delighted. We were starting to think it would never happen, And it's made such a difference to his life to be able to engage in conversation and say, yeah, I do have a job, I go to the golf course. It's just lovely to watch that as a parent, to see your person contributing to society in that way.
Graphic text. We also interviewed people with developmental disabilities about work. Please watch our series, Our Views Matter, www.talksthatmatter.net/Our Views Matter. Logos, Talks That Matter. Closing slide, graphic text, with thanks to Greg Skinner, Julie and Ian Spence, Nada O'Dwyer, Jane Raymond, Justine Hall, Peter, and Jackie Holmes. This video was made possible with the support of an Information and Capacity Building grant through the Department of Social Services. Produced by Belonging Matters. Belonging Matters makes every effort to provide accurate and up-to-date material. However, information is subject to change and are materials for reference only. This video was produced on the land of the Wurundjeri, Wurrung and Bunurong peoples of the East Kulin Nation. Logos, Belonging Matters, and TalksThatMatter.net.